Hey guys, Jecothebeast F1 here. Today, back with another video in Malaysia. As you can see, it is currently raining, and it's going to be a wet qualifying here today, and a difficult qualifying actually. And we are in our fastest lap. As you know, I do my fastest lap every time, taking a wide line to get straighter, getting more speed down this straight. Again, I'm not the best in the wet with lockups and my steering wheel, so I'm getting used to that. So, through turn 1 and to going a little bit wide, not what I really intended to do. Again, easy on the throttle, but through here you just lose the back end. During the end of this qualifying session, it's dry enough to be intermediates, but you will see what happens when I do get on them. In practice sessions, I was really struggling because I was using different setups. I kept them spinning, sometimes going wide, locking up really hard. So this is a good setup, but then if this is a dry setup I have on, so which it isn't the best. Through there, which isn't too bad during the race, it's not the best for me. Through here, I brake a little earlier because you can lose the back end going uphill. And you can also lose the back end here as well if you're not cautious enough. Again, I'm off the racing line a little bit, dipping into the grass. I'm not going as wide as I wanted to. Lifting off a little bit, clipping that curb. Probably could have gone a little bit wider. You don't want to clip that outside curb, or else you'll do that, and you'll really lose the back end. Yeah, This was actually one of my best laps. Not too sure why that happens. Going to the final corner again, a little bit too wide, losing the back end, really slippy here in Malaysia. But taking the shortest distance to the line, it won't be a really good time, but it'll put me into P6 ahead of Pascal Verlaine. But as you can see here, we are on the intermediates, and just starting off the bat. Again, we didn't go wide there the first time, but for some reason I get the gas a little bit too much going onto the grass. But I was still green. I'm a 10th down, and for some reason I was just sliding out onto the grass, hitting Stroll a little bit, and then braking, locking up, getting the power down a little too much, and I spun out. If you could see, 41 seconds, I could not get back to start finish straight, and that was pretty much my race over. If that was the double right-hander, the first one, I probably could have made it back to start finish straight and maybe get into Q1. But by the looks of it, I don't. Fernando Alonso qualifying P8, Vettel, Hamilton, and Raikkonen in the top 3 in Q1. Fernando Alonso with a 148 too. Me just last qualifying on the wets with a 151.8, with Ericsson at 150.4. So I was 5.1 seconds off the pace, which wasn't good. But now we are in the race. Hopefully, guys, you like that transition I have there. So our pit strategy is to pit on lap 8, then lap 17 for the soft, super soft. No signs of rain, which is good. There's customized strategy below. I didn't stick to that. So we're starting last in the super softs, taking no penalties. I don't think I need to take any more penalties, but I get a really good start going on the outside of Pascal Verlaine, getting into the slipstream of Palmer. Got Grosjean on the right side, trying to pass my teammate Fernando Alonso, and you can see I didn't go on down the inside of Palmer, but I do this time on turn 2. Round the outside. After this race, I did have a powertrain. I'm really maximizing the powertrain just to make our car of as much power as it can. Then I'll probably do some chassis after that. Squeeze Palmer a little bit on the outside. You see Magnussen and Alonso ahead of me. Now we are coming to the straight on lap 1. Really sunny, so it's going to be really hard to spot the braking point. Again, I'm off the racing line a little bit. Hitting the curb on the outside. Palmer's in the slipstream of me. I'm in the slipstream of Magnussen. And here I go for an accidental dive bomb. I wasn't really going for the pass, but then I did in the end. He's still on my outside, and I do make the pass. You can see there in the cinematic view, I did not intend to go down the inside, but then I did. So yeah, moving on to lap 4, you can see just Alonso ahead of me. I just could not find any pace to get past him. Sainz and Grosjean ahead, but I had no pace whatsoever. In the first 2 sectors, you can just see I stay with them, but once it hits the 3rd sector is really where I need to improve on my time, which isn't good. Again, a little bit wide onto the grass. Here you can see he's still there next lap later, but you can see yellow flags should come out. Yes, no overtaking. I think it's Grosjean and the Williams, but it is the Renault Palmer nearly slicing his front wing off Felipe Massa. You can see I've lost a lot of pace to Fernando Alonso, and Magnussen's on my outside. He tries to make the pass. I defend a little bit of touching tires. I leave space on the inside, and I try to get the power down as much as I can. You can just see a little bit of a touch there. Squeeze him out a little bit, but he's still got his front wing there. Locking up a little, but luckily I do stay ahead of him. So we are on lap 8. I think we are going to pit in now. Again, a bunch of people ahead are pitting. Fernando Alonso, I am first driver, so I think I am pitting first, and then Fernando Alonso will pit on the next lap. It's really smooth pit entrance. It's my second favorite pit entrance to do in this game. First is Azerbaijan. If you didn't see my pit entrance, you should really check that video out. So you can see my pit crew over there, just Williams going in from Stroll. Not the best, I would say. 2.3 seconds. It was fast, but I think there was a little bit of a delayed start, or that is just me. When we come out, we are behind down in Kvyat, and we are currently P20. So we will skip ahead to lap 10, which is next lap, and you can see Magnussen and Fernando Alonso is right there. If I'd pitted 1 lap earlier, I would have caught Fernando Alonso. So, which is bummer. Sadly, I could not get past him. And again, getting really close through the braking points. Right, so you can see there yellow flags again. Grosjean is out of this race. You can see there, I think he has a mechanical failure. Some smoke should be going out of his engine, which is there. So, which isn't the best for his race now that he is gone. Lap 11, going on the outside curb, taking that much better than usual. And yellow flags are out because of Nico Hülkenberg, who has a puncture, and I get really close, locking up that inside tire, which made me go wide and getting really close to his rear tire. And you can see he has a puncture, and you will see there how close I get to Nico Hülkenberg. And you can see there ahead of us, 2 Saubers holding up Fernando Alonso, which allows me to catch up to him. So first Saubers went into pit, and Wehrlein ahead of him is going to be coming in this lap. I've got DRS on Alonso, finally caught up to him. I'm currently P14 on lap 14. So yeah, and you can see I'm trying to go down the inside, and Verlaine hits Alonso, which makes him go wide, and I go down the inside and nearly losing the back end. So yeah, you can see a safety car will then get deployed. Not too sure why. So this lap it was time for me to go in. Sadly Alonso got overtaken by Palmer. So through here, really good late braking. Just about getting through. Teammates also in the pits. I'm going to shop on the mediums. It was between the soft and the mediums, but I went for the mediums just to make sure. I wasn't sure if the softs were going to last. See, Alonso gets held up by me a little bit. Sorry about that. Looks like Sainz got ahead of Palmer in the pit stops. And yeah, so we will cut to the end of the safety car. We are behind Marcus Ericsson. I think we're in the same place, P14. So now we are behind Ericsson, about to start. One is inside, but I do hang back a little bit, getting these tires warmed up. So I really had to deliver here. To try and get into the points positions, and it says prepare to resume racing. I overtake him a little bit, so as we start I just go down his inside, and Bottas actually goes into the pits. We will look to that in now. I was going to say in a second, but he's actually got our left rear puncture. Not too sure we got that. A puncture under a safety car is really abnormal. But I'm not too sure how we got that. But then Kvyat was ahead of me, and I just could not catch up to Kvyat. Kvyat's not passing Pascal Verlaine. And I also pass him as Verlaine does go wide, and Kvyat just has so much speed, and I am nowhere near him for the end of this race. And Lewis Hamilton going down my inside, just let him pass. Early braking, didn't want to fight with him. He's a faster car, didn't want to hold him up. So I had just let him pass. And so you can see here, down the inside of Kevin Magnussen, little bit of touching tires. Oh my. Just about getting ahead. I'm not too sure why I got said, oh my. Just like terrible driving, you know, a lot of touching tires. Not too sure what's happening. Braking, double locking both tires, leaving a lot of room for Carlos Sainz. Again, he's still on my outside. And not too sure how he gets so much speed to stay down my inside, but then he hits my left rear tire, or right rear tire, and then he loses the back end as Palmer did. You can see there, Malaysian drift. So we are moving on to the last lap in the final few corners now, guys. Again, the sun's still out, so I do go a little bit wide, and then I hit that outside curve, which I lose the back end, and Sainz is ahead of me. I'm in rich mix, getting into slipstream. Hopefully my powertrain kicks in, and I'm on his inside. I go a little bit too deep. Sainz switches back on me, and I do lose the back end, hit him. But luckily, I finish ahead of him. In P9, you can see Vettel, Ricciardo, and Verstappen, top 3. Perez is 10-second penalty. Same as Felipe Massa's 5-second penalty. 1/10 between me and Sainz. Fernando Alonso did DNF due to a mechanical failure. So we stay normal in the standings, still 9th to 10th in the standings, and same with the constructors. I think we are 5th, but that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Hope you guys have all enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and see you later, guys. Peace.